Alright, welcome back to Day Traders. We're going to make this quick. My last video was a little long, 15 minutes. I got into some of the psychology stuff. And too long for YouTube, so we're going to make this quick. I'm not even going to sign back in here. Off the rip, breakdown, missed this original short. I was looking to short this level, but we're before that 15-minute window. It could be very volatile. Once we defended this key level right here, my guy, I was bearish from the day, and I thought we could retest this Bravo key level and reject, which we did, because we were still into red on that TTM. We were expanding to the downside on this chart prime oscillator. But anytime you defend a level with that kind of momentum, and the reason why I have these levels, they're not always 100%. We will go through them, we will break down as you see, but they tell you where the volume comes in. So whether you're right or wrong, you're going to know where that volume's coming in to give you more probability on that trade. I really thought about going short. I'm like, all right, short this key level right here. We broke up a decent amount, and once we did that, I was looking to go long. So I took a retest right here. I was shooting for this 350 level. We're at 270, so 80 points. And then I thought maybe a push up here. So 80 to 100 points was going for this range. Okay, right up in here. For that TP, we didn't get that. We break down, okay? On to the next trade. Again, we break down, and I should have taken this just once I was looking long, and then I'm like, all right, let's see if we defend this key level. Once we just broke through it, I should have taken a short. I believe Flo got back in here, but we're starting to level out. I'm like, all right, we've defended this level. We defended here. I don't really like shorting lows or longing highs. That's just one of my things. And if I miss a trade, I miss a trade. I miss that, okay? So once we start to defend this range right here, I went for a push right here. We didn't get that. I ended up getting stopped out right here. And then we break back up to my entry point right around here. Again, not the highest probability trade because the trend is against me. And again, trend is your friend. When we're bullish, we tend to base and break off this blue line or green line, Bravo 9, SMA 20. The same thing on the downside, Bravo 9, never really get above. Same thing with the SMA 20. So getting above this key level kind of had me hearing here, all right, we're going to push. Especially being teal, I'm like, all right, good chance we push, defended a key level, probability on my side, 40-point stop. I only ran one actual contract on each trade, so really managed and mitigated risk quite well. We break down, chop, and then just break down more. And then I tried it again one more time. So I think I went right here originally as we're flatting out, and then I swapped to my the account that was up 1,600, the funded account with the most profit. Knew it was not really revenge trade a little bit, but my entry got immediately ate back up, and I'm like, all right, we're gonna push, right? So I try to take this. We don't push. We break down. Immediately push back up to where I was. And I could have got out with 15, 20 points in here, but I'm like, I'm looking for that upside push. I'm trying to work on holding. Thought about taking just being trend against your friend. And, I am a bit of a reverse trend trader, which is the hardest trade. There are times where I go with momentum and really thought about it today, but we defended some key levels. So this is why I was looking for that long there. And then again here, we defended here, right? I'm going to take that chance of we're at the lows. We break up. We don't do that. So, very happy with how I traded here. I walked away, set the stop. Got my pre-workout before the gym. And subconsciously, I kind of knew it was probably going to be a loser, that it was more on the probability side that we break down. But I have to get better at taking those shots, firing where we're defending key levels, and there's times where we just rip and I miss it. So you take the probability. Was it the highest probability trade? No, given the trend is still not in our favor, but you've got to take those shots, and there's times where I've left a lot of money on the table where I haven't taken that. So I'm very happy taking those risks, those trades, those shots, so to speak, at key levels. And again, you don't always know if you're going to hold that key level, but volume is actually going to come in there. Whether you're on the right side or wrong side of probability, you don't know. So very happy, with how I traded. Lost 307 on the day, but typically, on 3 trades that I'd lose 3 to 500 on each. So on a day that's normally $900 to $1,500 loss, I only lost 307, and I spread it out across 3 accounts. So down 130 on one, down 107 on the other, down 70 on the third. I'm still up 1472, 570, and then like 120 on the 3 accounts. So very happy with how I mitigated risk in that downside. Took some not high probability trades, but trades where we defend key levels, probabilities on my side. Just very happy about how I remained flat emotionally, did not get angry. You could say I was perturbed a little bit down in this range trying to get that last trade, but some of that was just subconscious, and I'm like, I got to learn to take these red days and fire, even if I'm 0 for 2 on the day at that point. Ended up 0 for 3. Mitigated risk very well, so very happy with how I traded. And again, people, days where I would have been close to blowing accounts, I took a paper cut loss on three accounts, and this is why you mitigate your risk, control your size, your positioning, and move on to the next day, the next trade, because the markets can remain irrational longer than we can remain solvent. So that being said, we remain solvent, we mitigate our risk, our downside, we remain flat emotionally, more computer-like in terms of that. So very happy in terms of that. Didn't perform the best, so we'll get back to the process a little bit, re-look at that. So, appreciate you guys. If you found any value, please like and subscribe. And as always, stay up, stay blessed, stay positive. Make it happen. Peace.